Hello guys, here is a Lakewood 3rd generation P223 box fan. Let's take a look at the information. It is a model number P223. It says on the sticker 120 volts, 60 hertz, 2.7 amps. However, there is another sticker on the fan, which we're going to have to flip around. Or in this case, since I have it sit on a counter, just go around the fan. And there's another information tag. This one's saying 115 volts, 60 hertz, 2.1 amps. So this one says it's supposed to go 5 volts down. It's 5 volts lower than the other tag. And it's 0.6 amps lower than the other tag, so I don't know which one is correct. This is a later model, so I tend to think maybe the other sticker is correct, the lower power draw. But I don't know. One of these days, I really do need to get a kilowatt meter just to see how much power these really draw. If in all seriousness, this draws 2.7 amps, I am going to say that is a ridiculous amount of power for a fan of this blade shape to draw. The fans that had the much earlier ones from the 70s that had the wider blades, I'd understand that because you need that extra power to go through the force of the air. But if this seriously draws that much power, I don't know though. But this fan, I'd say it's a 90s model because the plug is polarized. You can see one prong is bigger than the other. And polarized plugs really didn't make super big population until the 90s. But this fan right here is it's in pretty good condition. As you can see, there's some blemishes on some spots, but the paint has quite a bit of luster left to it. The guards aren't really that yellowed at all. I think they're only that off-white color just because it's from the factory. And this color scheme was really popular in the 80s. And there's some cracks on the guard. It's got some imperfections, but you know, these Lakewood fans, the guards are super brittle on these. And I got this fan from an antique store. Paid $27 for it, which, given this fan is not the oldest one I've seen. In fact, this is probably the newest out of the entire store. I'd say I kind of got ripped off from this, but I paid it anyway because this is a very nostalgic fan in my collection. One of my uncles has the same exact box fan at his house. And I remember every time I went to his house, like probably Christmas time of 2014, 15, and 16 when I was a child, I remember I would always play with that fan. I mean, those were really good times. I remember I always loved the switch, how that's designed. Like, this has a really good feel to it. But yeah, I didn't realize it was on. I'll stop that. So, but yeah, I really am pretty interested in these older Lakewood fans because they were so nostalgic. And I could think of some more instances. I think a church I went to had the same exact fan as well. And I remember quite a few friends from school, they had the same exact fan as well. And I remember in 2014 when I got really fixated with fans, I would always look them up on YouTube. And I remember these being really quite popular. These fans were actually quite a staple of the 90s and the 2000s. But it does seem like from the last 5 or so years, they've pretty much gone extinct. It's really a shame. And this fan here, like I said, is in good condition, but except for some blemishes in the paint and some cracks on the guards. But the blades are also pretty dirty as well, so I'm going to have to clean them. I think these fans are also kind of notorious for picking up dust because the box fan that was at my uncle's house, the same exact model, that one always picked up dust. And yeah, I remember I would always want to clean this fan and help him out because I was really into taking stuff apart at the time. But of course, I got a big fat no. But now that I'm older, have a job, I can now have that fulfilling that childhood dream of mine by taking this fan apart. I don't know how easily the blade's going to come off. I don't think it's going to come off easy at all. But if that's so, then that's fine. We can just take a wet rag and wipe off all the dust. But it also makes it harder to get the oil lubricated. This motor, I think, is fine for lubrication, but this fan has probably not been oiled in probably all this fan's life. I was doing some research on this fan, and I've also been kind of told that these fans also could be from the mid to late 80s as well. Now, I don't know how you found a date code on these. I'm sure there's some special way, but if anyone knows, please let me know in the comment section, because I would want to know how old this fan really is. I remember the guy at the antique store really amped up the price because he thought this fan was from the 70s. But that guy was also a pretty friendly guy, so that's kind of why I paid that much money, just because I think that guy's really friendly. And as you know, I'm willing to give a little extra cash if you're nice to me. But enough with that. Let's give this fan a demonstration. Let's turn it on low. And one thing I really like with these Lakewood fans from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s is they have a really good range and speeds. Now that rattling is not the fan, it's the guard, particularly the back one. See how it gets quiet? If it wasn't for that rattling, this fan would have been dead silent. I'm going to have to find some way to unwarp the plastic because that's really quite annoying. That, or I might just get some fiber washers for these screws so then it doesn't make that annoying sound, because that's not going to be fun to listen to. There will be another video of this fan getting cleaned, serviced, and repair. Second speed. That noise just magically gone away. And actually, another reason why I like these fans so much is because I actually did get one of these back in 2022 when I was just becoming a teenager. But that fan was in really bad condition. Like the guards were, like a lot of these things were. A lot of these bars were broken, and the back guard was all warped. I mean, these guards right here really have some warping going on, but they're not nearly as bad. And that's also another reason why I paid $27 for this fan, is because it's in pretty good condition, and it's in much better condition than that other one. Turn on high. You can see there's a significant increase. So I think these fans have a good variance in speeds. Like, the low is like a nice calm, slow low. The medium is in between, and the high is like tornado mode. Like, really not exaggerating. I'll find something here, like I think this paper towel will work. Look at that. This is no joke. So strong, and even flipped up. Man. That is really strong air. Yeah, that is strong. I think someday I'll compare the two Lakewood fans together and see which one it is. Now to the opposition. This fan is in such good condition. It even still has this sticker. Of course, this see and close ASCII instruction. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it still has that sticker. And this motor probably is going to get lubricated because it looks to be not so good. And actually, another story I was telling you about why I was finding these so nostalgic is because back when I was getting into my teenage years, 2022, I remember seeing these at the Habitat, and I bought one, but it was in really bad condition. Like, the paint was all flaking off, there was a crack in the blade, the motor windings were all full of dust, the guards were horrible, and then, unfortunately, it got in worse condition. It once fell off of my bench, and then the guards broke, and unfortunately, I couldn't fix them, so I just had to throw them away because there was nothing to do with them. So then I was just left with a fan with no guards, only the blades, and very chip paint. I mean, this fan was so bad condition, my dad just threw it out, which, in all honesty, I'm not even all that mad about because that fan was in horrible condition. But I'm going to end the video off here. I know this is a kind of a longer video, but I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.